My fiancé told me. I tossed the flowers your son left at his mom's grave. It's strange he still grieves her. I'm his mother now. I answered, you're right, it is strange. Then I called off the wedding, packed her things, and left her at her mom's house with a note. Now I'm grieving us. Her breakdown on the front lawn. What do you do when the woman you're about to marry, the woman you thought was finally bringing happiness back into your family, tries to destroy your son's connection to his dead mother, then tells him to forget she ever existed? Can you even imagine that kind of betrayal? Because that's the devastating truth I uncovered, and it changed everything. My name's Mark. I'm 38, and I'm an architect. 4 years ago, my world shattered. My wife, Sarah, Tyler's mom, passed away from cancer at just 32. Tyler was only 7. It didn't just break him, it broke me. We were both just lost. Those first couple of years were a blight of grief and therapy, separate sessions, then together, just trying to figure out how to function again. Then, about a year and a half ago, I met Jennifer. She's 34, works in real estate. We actually met at an open house. I was looking for a bigger place for Tyler and me, trying to build a new life. You know? We clicked. Fast forward a bit, and we were dating. Honestly, she seemed amazing. Especially with Tyler. She was so patient, so understanding. She'd ask him about school, about his interests. He genuinely liked her, and that, for me, was everything. It was the biggest green light I could ask for. 6 months in, Jennifer moved into our place. Tyler was totally fine with it. He even said it was nice to have someone else around. She started cooking dinners, sometimes helped with homework, would watch movies together. It felt normal, like we were finally building something good, something strong. 4 months ago, I proposed. Nothing fancy, just quiet, with Tyler right there. Jennifer cried, of course, said yes. Tyler looked happy. We set the date, June. 4 months away. That's when things started to change. Subtly at first. Jennifer would make little comments about Sarah's pictures. We had a few around the house. One of the 3 of us at the beach in the living room. Another of Tyler and Sarah at his 4th birthday in his bedroom. Jennifer would ask, why are these still up? I'd say, because that's Tyler's mom. And she'd reply, I know, but I'm here now. I'd push back. Being here doesn't erase her. She'd drop it, for a while. Then she started talking about redecorating. Said the house needed a woman's touch. I remember saying, it has a woman's touch. Sarah picked out most of this stuff. Jennifer just blinked. Exactly. It's outdated. Time to move on. My stomach dropped. I like it the way it is, I told her. You're holding on to the past, she accused. I'm not holding on to anything, I insisted. These are just things. She conceded. Fine, but after we're married, I want to make some changes. I just said, we'll talk about it then. It felt like a low hum of tension, always there beneath the surface. Now, one of the most important things for Tyler, a ritual since Sarah died, was visiting her grave every Sunday. For a while, we went together. Then he wanted to go alone, said it felt more private. I understood. I'd drive him, wait in the car. He'd spend 30 minutes talking to her, telling her about his week, bringing fresh flowers every single time. He'd save his allowance, sometimes for weeks, just to buy those flowers. It was his way of staying connected, and it was sacred. Jennifer knew all about this. I told her early on. She even said, that's sweet. It shows Tyler has a good heart. I agreed. She never came with us. Said it felt too personal, that she didn't want to intrude. I actually appreciated that. Thought it showed respect. I was so wrong. 3 Sundays ago, it was a normal day. I drove Tyler to the cemetery, dropped him off, waited in the parking lot. 40 minutes later, he came back. It was longer than usual, and he was empty-handed. That was odd. He always brought the flowers into the cemetery. I asked if everything was okay. He said yeah, but his voice was so quiet. I asked if he forgot the flowers. He said no. I asked where they were. He said he left them at home. I didn't push it. I figured maybe he just wanted to bring them next week. The next Sunday, same thing. No flowers. I asked if he wanted to stop and get some. He said, no, it's fine. Are you sure? I pressed. Yeah, he muttered. We drove to the cemetery. He went in, came back 20 minutes later, shorter than usual, got in the car, didn't say anything. I asked if he was okay about visiting. Yeah, I'm fine. But he wasn't. I could tell. Then, the 3rd Sunday, he said he didn't want to go at all. I asked why. He just said he didn't feel like it. My heart sank. Tyler, you haven't missed a Sunday in 4 years. He just shrugged. Maybe I need a break. Okay, I said. But talk to me. What's going on? Nothing, he insisted. I'm just tired. I let it go, but I was so worried. This was not like him. That night, Jennifer and I were in the kitchen. Tyler was in his room. I mentioned my concern about Tyler not wanting to visit Sarah's grave. Jennifer was chopping vegetables, didn't even look up. Maybe he's finally moving on, she said casually. Moving on from what? I shot back. From mourning. It's been 4 years. Kids are resilient. He's probably ready to let go. My blood ran cold. He's not letting go. He's processing. She just scoffed. He's 11. He shouldn't still be this attached to someone who died. My chest tightened. Someone who died? That's his mother. Jennifer put down the knife. Slowly. I know, and I'm sorry she died, but I'm here now. Tyler needs to accept that. Accept what? I demanded. That I'm his mom now, she said. I just stared at her. You're not his mom, I stated, flatly. Her face hardened. Excuse me. You're not his mom. You're my fiancée. Sarah is his mom. Sarah is dead, she retorted. That doesn't change anything. I shouted. It changes everything, she screamed back. We argued for an hour. I told her she was insensitive. She called me unrealistic. Said Tyler needed to move forward. That keeping Sarah's memory alive was preventing him from bonding with her. That's not how grief works. I roared. Maybe you're the one who hasn't moved on, she accused. This conversation is over, I said, through gritted teeth. Fine, she snapped, slamming the bedroom door. I slept on the couch, the tension thick in the air. The next morning was beyond tense. Jennifer left for work early, didn't even say goodbye. Tyler came down for breakfast. I made pancakes, his favorite. He ate quietly. I asked if everything was okay. He nodded. You know, I said, gently, you can tell me anything. I know, Dad, he whispered. Even if it's about Jennifer, I added, looking at him. He looked up, confused. What do you mean? I said, if something's bothering you about her being here, you can tell me. He went quiet for a long moment. Then he looked at me, small and vulnerable. Can I ask you something? Of course, I said, my heart pounding. Do you love her more than Mom? My heart shattered. I reached across the table. Tyler, no. I love your mom. I'll always love your mom. But you love Jennifer, too, he said. I do, I admitted. But it's different. Loving Jennifer doesn't mean I love your mom less. He looked down again. That's what Jennifer said. I froze. When did Jennifer say that? He shrugged. A few weeks ago. She said you loved her more now. That mom was the past. My blood pressure spiked. She said that to you. He nodded. What else did she say? I practically demanded. She said I should call her mom. That it would make things easier. My jaw clenched. What did you say? I said no. And she said I was being difficult. That I was hurting her feelings. I stood up, walked to the window. Where is Jennifer? Tyler said she was at work. Did she say anything else? I pressed, my voice dangerously low. Tyler looked down at his plate, picking at his pancake. She said the flowers were a waste of money, that Mom couldn't see them anyway. The world tilted. When did she say that? The first Sunday, 3 weeks ago. What happened? I had the flowers ready. Jennifer saw them, asked what they were for. I told her. She said it was silly to spend money on flowers for a dead person, that I should save my money for things that matter. What did you do? I asked, my voice barely a whisper. I didn't know what to do, so I hid them in my room. Hid them? Yeah, I was going to bring them next week, but when I went to get them, they were gone. Did you look for them? Yeah. Did you ask Jennifer if she'd seen them? Yeah. She said no, but I knew she was lying. How did you know? My voice was tight with suppressed rage, because I found them in the outside trash, still wrapped. She threw them away. Pure, unadulterated rage coursed through me. Did you get them out? He shook his head. They were ruined. The wrapping was torn. The flowers were crushed. My voice broke. Oh, Tyler, I am so sorry. He looked up, confused. It's okay. No, I insisted. It's not okay. He sniffled. I just didn't want to make you choose between me and her. I pulled him into the biggest hug of his life, my arms tight around him. Tyler, there is no choice. You are my son. You will always come first. Always. He started crying, soft, heartbreaking sobs. I miss Mom. My own eyes welled up. I know, buddy. I miss her, too. I called my office, told them I wasn't coming in. Then I called Jennifer. She answered on the third ring, sharp. What? We need to talk, I said, my voice flat. I'm with a client, she snapped. I don't care, I told her. Come home, now. There was something in my voice, a tone she'd never heard. Fine, she said, defeated. I'll be there in an hour. I spent that hour pacing, the anger burning a hole in my chest. Every interaction, every subtle comment Jennifer had made about Sarah, about Tyler, replayed in my mind. How I'd brushed them off, rationalized them as her adjusting, her finding her place. I'd been blind, willfully blind, because I wanted it to work, because I wanted Tyler to have a mother figure, because I was lonely. I prioritized my own needs over my son's well-being. That ended now. Jennifer walked in 50 minutes later, looking stressed. This better be important. Sit down, I commanded. I'd rather stand, she retorted. Sit down. She's Saturday. Tell me about the flowers. Her face went blank. What flowers? The flowers Tyler bought for Sarah's grave, I said, my voice low and dangerous. The ones you threw away. I don't know what you're talking about, she insisted. Don't lie to me. Tyler told me everything. Tyler is confused, she scoffed. He found them in the trash, I said, watching her face. She went quiet. Then, a sigh. Fine. Yes, I threw them away. Why? I asked, a tremor in my voice. Because it's weird, she burst out. What? I asked, disbelief warring with my rage. It's weird that he still mourns her. She's been dead for 4 years. He needs to move on. I'm his mom now. I just stared at her. Those words. Exactly what she'd said to Tyler. You're right, I said, my voice eerily calm. It is weird. She looked surprised, a glimmer of victory in her eyes. See? It's weird, I continued, that you threw away flowers meant for a dead woman. It's weird that you told my son to call you Mom. It's weird that you think 4 years is enough time to stop grieving. That's not what I meant, she cried. That's exactly what you meant, I snapped. No, you're twisting my words. No, you said what you said. I heard it clearly, and so did Tyler. She started backtracking, babbling about trying to help, about Tyler needing structure, needing to accept reality. The reality, I cut her off, is his mother died. That's his reality, not yours. I'm trying to be his mother, she wailed. He has a mother, I said, standing up. She's buried at Riverside Cemetery. You're just someone who lives here. That's not fair, she shouted, tears finally starting to fall. You know what's not fair? I leaned over her, my voice full of ice, throwing away flowers an 11-year-old bought with his allowance for his dead mother. That's not fair. She started sobbing then, saying she was trying her best, that this was hard for her too, that she felt like she was competing with a ghost. You were never competing, I said, my voice firm. There was no competition. Sarah is his mother. Nothing changes that. You could have been something different, something important, but you chose to make it a competition, and you lost. What are you saying? She whimpered. I'm saying we're done. What? The wedding is cancelled. We're over. You can't be serious. I've never been more serious. Because of some flowers. Because you threw away my son's flowers and told him to stop mourning his mother. Yes, because of that. She stood up, face streaked with tears. You're overreacting. Get out, I said, simply. What? Get out of my house. This is my house, too, she screamed. No, it's not. Your name isn't on the lease, isn't on the mortgage. You just live here, and now you don't. You can't kick me out. You can leave now, voluntarily, or I can pack your things and you can deal with the legal mess later. Your choice. Where am I supposed to go? I don't care. Call your mother, call a friend, call a hotel. Just get out. I'm not leaving. Then I'll pack your things and drop you off. You wouldn't. Try me. I walked to the bedroom, started pulling her clothes out of the closet, throwing them into suitcases. She followed me, screaming, calling me crazy, saying I was throwing away our relationship over nothing. This isn't nothing. I yelled back, my voice raw. This is my son. I love Tyler, she shrieked. You don't love Tyler, I corrected her. You love the idea of playing house, of being a ready-made mom without putting in the work. That's not true. You threw away his flowers. I made a mistake. You made a choice. Choices have consequences. I packed 3 suitcases, carried them to my car. She followed me, crying, pleading. Neighbors were watching. I didn't care. I put the suitcases in the trunk, went back inside, grabbed her toiletries, shoes, laptop, anything I could find. Please, can we just talk about this? She begged. We're done talking. What about the wedding? There is no wedding. I'm calling the venue today. You'll lose the deposit. I don't care. What do I tell people? I looked her dead in the eye. Tell them the truth. Tell them you threw away a child's flowers meant for his dead mother's grave. See how that goes. I loaded the last bag. Get in the car. No, she cried. Fine. Walk to your mother's. My mom lives 30 minutes away, she wailed. Then you better start walking. She got in the car. We drove in silence, her sobbing, me feeling nothing but cold, hard clarity. This woman had hurt my son. She had tried to erase Sarah from our lives, to destroy his connection to his mother, and I had almost married her, almost made her Tyler's stepmother. The thought made me sick. We pulled up to her mother's house. I got out, started unloading the bags. Her mother came to the door, looking confused. What's going on? Ask your daughter. Is everything okay? No. I handed Jennifer the last bag, then pulled a crumpled note from my pocket, one I'd scribbled in the car. I handed it to her. She opened it, read it. The note said, I'm mourning my relationship now. She looked up, devastated. This is cruel. You threw away flowers meant for a grave, I replied, my voice devoid of emotion. Don't talk to me about cruel. Her mother looked between us. Someone needs to explain. Jennifer started sobbing, saying I was unreasonable, that she'd made a mistake. Her mother looked at me. She threw away flowers my son bought for his deceased mother's grave, then told him it was weird to mourn her, that she was his mom now. Her mother's face transformed, from confusion to pure horror. She looked at Jennifer. You didn't. Jennifer, still crying. I was trying to help. By throwing away flowers, her mother demanded. He needs to move on. Jennifer insisted. Her mother just said, Jennifer. Then she turned to me. I'm so sorry. Tell her, I said, nodding at Jennifer, before getting back in my car and driving away. Jennifer called 17 times that day. I didn't answer. She texted, saying we needed to talk, that I was irrational, that all couples fight. I blocked her number. She called from her mother's phone. Blocked that too. 2 days later, she showed up at my house. Tyler and I were having dinner. The doorbell rang, then frantic banging. Tyler looked terrified. I told him to go to his room. I opened the door. She looked terrible. Eyes swollen, hair a mess. Please, she whispered. Can we just talk? No, I said. I made a mistake, she pleaded. You made multiple mistakes. I'll do better. It's too late. Don't I get a second chance? Not when it comes to my son. I love you, she cried. You don't love me. You love what I represented, a ready-made family. That's not fair. Life's not fair, I said, shrugging. Ask Tyler. He'd tell you. She started crying again. Please. Leave, I said, or I'll call the police. She left. I cancelled everything. The venue, the caterer, the photographer, the florist. I lost every deposit. I didn't care. I called my family, told them everything. My mom cried, said she never trusted Jennifer. My brother said good riddance. My dad just said I did the right thing. I even called Jennifer's friends who'd been invited to the wedding, told them the truth. Some thought I was overreacting. Most said they understood. I honestly didn't care either way. Tyler and I went to Sarah's grave that Sunday. I went in with him this time. We both brought flowers. Tyler's were roses, Sarah's favorite. He'd saved up for weeks. I watched him place them on her headstone, watched him talk to her, tell her about school, about his friends, about how much he missed her. I added my flowers next to his. I told Sarah I was sorry. Sorry I'd almost let someone erase her from Tyler's life. Sorry I'd been so desperate for companionship that I'd ignored all the signs. She would have been furious with me, and rightfully so. Tyler, sensing my mood, asked if I was okay. Yeah, buddy, I'm okay. I'm sorry about Jennifer, he mumbled. You have nothing to be sorry for, I assured him. I just feel bad. You were happy with her. I shook my head. I wasn't happy. I was comfortable. There's a difference. What's the difference? He asked. Being happy means everyone's happy. You weren't happy, so I wasn't happy. He hugged me then, tight. I love you, Dad. I love you too, buddy. We don't talk about Jennifer much anymore. Sometimes Tyler asks if I'm lonely. I tell him, no, I have you. That's enough. He'll say, maybe you'll find someone else someday. Maybe, I'll reply, but only if they respect your mom. Do you think anyone will? He'll ask. The right person will, I say. The right person will understand that loving someone new doesn't mean erasing someone old. Mom would have liked that, he'll say, a small smile on his face. Yeah, I agree, she would have. Last week, I ran into Jennifer at the grocery store. She was with someone new, a man. He had a kid with him, a young girl, maybe 6 or 7. Jennifer saw me, looked away instantly. The man asked if she knew me. She shook her head, said, no, just someone who used to live in her building. I kept walking, but I heard her talking to the girl, heard her say something about how pretty her hair was. I just wondered how long it would be until she tried to replace that girl's mother, too. I hope the guy was smarter than I was. I doubted it. Tyler's doing so much better. We visit Sarah every Sunday. I go with him now. We talk to her together, telling her about our week, the good things, the bad things, the normal things. Tyler started saying, I'll see you next week, Mom, at the end. Like she's just away, not gone. I like that. It feels less final, more like she's still part of our lives. Because she is. She'll always be. People still ask if I'm dating. I say no. They say it's been months since Jennifer. I say I'm not ready. They say Tyler needs a mother. I just tell them, Tyler has a mother. They say, you know what I mean. I say, no, I don't. They usually drop it. I'm fine alone. Tyler and I are fine. We have each other. We have Sarah's memory. That's enough. Maybe someday, someone will come along who gets that, who understands you don't replace people. You just make room for new ones. Until then, we're good. The wedding was supposed to be this past weekend, June 15th. Instead, Tyler and I went camping. Sarah loved camping. We hadn't been since she died. It felt right to go now. We hiked, made s'mores, told stories about Sarah. Tyler laughed. Really, truly laughed. He said he wished Mom could see this. She can, I told him. Do you think so? Yeah, I said. I think she sees everything. Then she saw what Jennifer did, he stated. Probably, I agreed. She probably didn't like her, he said, a small smile on his face. Probably not. Do you think Mom is mad at you for dating her? He asked, looking up at me. No, I said, pulling him closer. I think she understands. Good, he sighed, leaning his head against my arm. I'd hate for her to be mad at you. Me too, buddy. Me too. The best decision I ever made was choosing Tyler. Choosing to protect his grief, his memories, his mother. Jennifer wanted me to move on. Wanted Tyler to move on. But grief doesn't have a timeline. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. Tyler will always love his mother. He will always visit her grave. He will always bring her flowers. And anyone who becomes part of our lives needs to understand that. Needs to respect that. Jennifer didn't. So Jennifer's gone. And honestly, we're better for it. Have you ever had to draw a hard line to protect someone you love? Or maybe you've been in a relationship where someone tried to erase a part of your past. Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear your thoughts.